welcome to Business News. The House of Representatives has allegedly discovered some fraudulent payouts to government agencies by insurance companies after an investigation by the Ad hoc Committee on Insurance. The committee chairman, Honorable Kunle Akinlade, explains that this systematic fraud involves over 100 ministries, departments and agencies.
100 billion naira had been misappropriated by persons using their offices, by companies who shouldn't even be patronized by government in the first place. You see, so it's bigger than we thought. And now every day it's like we're getting new revelations every day about this monumental fraud in the insurance sector. It's like a conduit pipe where wastes, billions are being wasted annually on insurance. And what we're saying is this: things will be done differently, honestly. Things will be done differently by the time this ad hoc committee finishes its work. Those that are not supposed to be patronized by government will not be patronized. If we find out that you have been involved in this fraudulent act, we will make sure that you don't get government patronage for at least 5 years. You don't get. And those who are ready to do business should be patronized by government. And I believe that is one of the mandates of this ad hoc committee.
The Nigeria Postal Services, NIPOST, may start offering banking services. That's if the proposal by the Minister of Communications is given the nod by the President. Mr. Adebayo Shitu is asking for approval to set up a NIPOST bank, which will serve millions of Nigerians, especially those living in rural areas. If President Muhammadu Buhari agrees, the new NIPOST bank may become Nigeria's largest bank by branch network, with over 1,000 postal agencies across the country serving as financial services outposts. The President has asked the Attorney General to look into this proposal. The Nigerian equities market has recorded its biggest loss since September today as investors lose their appetite for the domestic burst, while market breadth remained negative with 11 gainers against 27 losers. Millicent Walker tells us more.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. The share prices of three largest cement makers listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange fell sharply on Tuesday, dragging the broad market index to a 1.73% loss. Leading Tuesday, nearly 170 billion decline in total market value were Dangote Cement, Ashaka Cement, Cement Company of Northern Nigeria, Flour Mills and Dangote Flour. Three banks, Zenith, Access and FCMB, occupy the top spots on the activity chart, while a total of 113.49 million shares worth 1.23 billion naira changed hands in 2,435 transactions. Presco led the gainers on its impressive third quarter earnings released on Tuesday, followed by Unity Bank and Caviton, while Ashaka Cement, AG Leventis and Vitafoam were the three significant losers in percentage term. And that's the Stock Market Report. I'm Millicent Walker.
Many thanks, Millicent. We're seeing a lot of red numbers today from major world stock market. It seems investors are reacting to some disappointing corporate earnings and economic data. And that wraps it up on Business News. Thank you so much for watching.
Customers of Union Bank Nigeria now have the opportunity to relate with a customized personnel through its new Elite banking experience. This is expected to give customers optimum advantage and ease during transactions. In addition, Union Bank says it has revamped most of its branches to give a better banking ambience.
This is a transformed banking hall of Union Bank Nigeria. The cozy atmosphere is complemented with some sound of music to keep customers in a relaxed mood. It's the launch of the Elite Banking, a service offered to middle-class customers.
The elites are if you earn 20 million naira or above, begin to get classified as elite, where you get relationship manager. But we've actually looked at the true middle class, and we realized that the true middle class in Nigeria doesn't start from 20 million naira. Okay? It starts from somewhere around 3 million. That's middle class, given the level of income and the expectations of the economy on the average individual who earns above 3 million naira. So for us, elite segment, which has been created to cater for people who earn above 3 million, up to about 20, 30 million, is specifically to make sure that you are recognized for who you are in the society.
With the revamped Union Bank, the segmentation of businesses through the retail, commercial and the corporate banking with Union Bank is now simpler and smarter.
We are basically guaranteeing the fact that your relationship with this bank is personalized. You have a dedicated elite associate who is your one-stop shop for all your requirements and all your questions and all your transactions that you want to do here at Union Bank. So that is what is unique with the elite proposition.
Elite is about, providing a service, providing an RM special for them, discounts, preferential lines, and listen in a very much frequent way, as I said, on a weekly basis, customers, so we can provide solutions to them.
The transformation also extends to the ATM centers where air conditioners have been installed. Union Bank of Nigeria says it remains big, strong and reliable.
Despite the forex provision made by the federal government to oil marketers, they've come out to say that the current price regime for petrol is not sustainable. This position, amongst others, was concern of oil and gas experts at the OTL Africa Downstream Forum in Lagos. Participants say only deregulation of the sector can guarantee sustained product flow. Our energy correspondent, Olu Phillips, reports.
Company executives, experts, regulators and players in the oil and gas gather to compare notes on how to keep the wheels of the downstream sector rolling. OTL provides the platform, while the Minister of State for Petroleum, represented here by his technical advisor, sets the tone.
We need to build refineries and run them as profit centers that purchase crude at international prices and deliver their products at export parity prices. This is the only viable basis for financing new infrastructure.
Recently, an amendment bill on the licensing, regulation and incentive to petroleum refiners in Nigeria and for other related matter herein has passed through second reading and in the House and undergoing other legislative people.
OTL provides a window for players to cross-fertilize ideas, and that came up very strongly during the panel session.
Where we've been talking about deregulation. In 2012 it was attempted and was brutally taken down. However, we've noticed over the few years that it's something that is required.
If you look at the areas that are properly deregulated, in the value chain, you see that we don't like investments. We don't like investments in storages. We don't like investments in jetties, retail outlets, because at least you know that you can get returns on your investment. If we have deregulation today, I bet you we'll be struggling to control how many refineries will come in. I think that's the truth of the matter.
Two things resonate. The players want a full deregulation of the downstream and the need for strong legislation.
I want to see a more robust involvement of the government at the highest executive level in the primary concerns which have been expressed on behalf of the downstream industry. So, again, the government should deregulate, and government should ensure that there is a strong regulator in place to manage the competition and the market's initiatives which will arise from the deregulated markets.
The federal government is proposing a 60% reduction of fuel import by 2018, in addition to a roadmap seeking to increase refining capacity. But what will matter urgently is to see a full deregulation of the downstream sector. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
Meanwhile, the Anambra State government has signed a memorandum of understanding with the management of a private company to construct an ultra-modern park for vehicles. Governor Willie Obiano says the project will decongest traffic within the business district of Nkwo in the Idemili North Local Council and rid the area of miscreants.
Growing concern over the daily chaos and poor sanitary conditions around the Nkwo New Paths market in the Idemili local government area of Anambra State prompted the government to seek private partnership to undertake the construction of an ultra-modern park that can accommodate at least 100 vehicles. In a brief ceremony at the Governor's Lodge, Governor Willie Obiano signs a memorandum of understanding with the Chief Executive Officer of the firm for the project, which will be completed in 4 months' time. The Managing Director of Anambra State's Investment Protection and Promotion Agency says when completed, the project will aid in job creation.
The park, upon completion, will be fenced with mesh wire. It will be beautified, and the floor will be done up to make it attractive.
And the Chief Executive Officer of the company assures that it will go a long way towards showcasing Anambra State as one where cleanliness and orderliness is paramount.
We identified this location and feel that the area can be put into a mutual rewarding use to our company and the state government. Building an ultra-modern private car park for the use of retaining traders and members of the public.
For the Governor, the revenue sharing formula for the first 6 years is 60% for the company and 40% to Anambra State.
The revenue will be shared on a daily basis, 60 to the operator, then 40% to the states. On a daily basis for the first 5 years. Thereafter, the sharing formula will change. This is an important investment, just like has been said, will bring sanity to that environment.
Though a great task awaits the company in moving the market force in the area for the project to commence, they say they are committed to its completion within the stipulated time.
Next on the news at 10, Brazil's flamboyant World Cup winning captain Carlos Alberto dies after suffering a heart attack. We'll have more in sports news. Just stay with us.